I think that's what filmmaking is about, is doing something that no one's, like, they can't experience maybe in real life, that they can't see. Like, they know the experience and they can feel it, but it's something that they couldn't do, and I really appreciate that. Because filmmaking is basically like you're creating stories, but you're also creating your own story at the same time. You're talking to people, you're making these connections, and you're learning, okay, you know, these are the people that I want to work with, I trust to show up for me, and I'll show up for them, and I'm willing to do a 12-hour shoot with this person because I can trust they can get it done. And so it's really just, you know, making really good friends. My best friend in the whole wide world right now is literally a guy I met from filming. My name is Anthony Palmer. I am the owner of RIP Daydream and Western Lens.
Welcome to Western Lens.
RIP Daydream is a music video production company, and Western Lens is a commercial video production company. So I did Spy Hop my senior year of high school, and it was amazing. And we did a pitch Nick program. I was the cinematographer for the film that got chosen. And it was just amazing getting to see that real
gonna look like
world experience.
That isn't even what this is about.
And
what is it about?
You know, you got to get actors, you got to write the script, everything. So you kind of get that experience, and then from there, I was like, okay, like this was great and all, but I still need more. So I decided to go to the community college, Salt Lake Community College. And the 2-year program there is amazing. They have a whole sound stage, whole department just focused on filming and photography as well. They take you from the beginning, you know, the 101 of how to be a filmmaker, why you want to be a filmmaker, and then they rise you all the way up to where you feel confident enough, okay, I think I could get hired for a job. Right out of Salt Lake Community College, I got an internship with a commercial company, a production company in specific. And basically, I just was everything. I was everything from a PA to an AC, or like a second AC, to actually being the cinematographer, to the audio guy. Every single thing that they needed me to do, I did it because I wanted that experience. It was just an amazing thing for me because it is hard for people right out of the gate to find something. And that was a big thing for me because I wanted to find something right away, no matter the pay, no matter what it was, to get with someone that had the experience, in which the owner of it had, you know, experience in Hollywood, film, you know, like he had these experiences on real sets, interacting with actors, interacting with what looks better in a commercial than in a film, like an actual movie.
In a world where stories
I just enjoyed every second of it, and it just set me up right away, I think, to basically then go off on my own, because I felt then from there I was ready. I knew what I needed to do, and I knew it was going to be a lot of trial and error, which it really is. It's a bunch of trial and error. You have to fail a lot, I think, with any job, and this one specifically. So RIP Daydream is essentially the last 2 years has been a full music video production company, full time, and then as well, I go out into the middle of it. Ian's gonna literally film this very top.
Right there?
Ian's gonna be filming. Okay, so Ian's walking up there right now.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said
maybe you strap yourself in on the side of the building. And we give them a voice, essentially. But the music video production is my main focus. I direct all the videos. Edit all the videos. And just keep going, just like hard go past, yeah.
They're gonna think we're crackers.
Whatever, they think you're crackers. But it could probably. So with RIP Daydream, I essentially just want to. My main goal with it in the music video production is just to create things, as I said before, that no one's ever seen before. Something that just makes someone feel something, or that they inspires them, you know, whatever I can do kind of to trickle into then also the artist spotlight that inspires artists to, even if they're underground and they're from a state like Utah, which is very difficult in the state of Utah to get your music out and to get any attention for any kind of arts, things like that, because we're not very known for it, but it's there. And I just want people to recognize that. I want people to realize that art can come from any part of the world. It doesn't matter where it is. It's a process for the filmmaking process.
Just feeling ready.
I'm feeling ready. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, you're... Would probably have to be...
It's okay. Once ugly, always ugly.
This way a little bit.
conceptualizing.
Nigga, you supposed to jump
It
out
doesn't
here.
always
Love
work
your
out
head
that
and
way, and that's the thing. You kind of, as a filmmaker, have to like be very flexible and patient because you kind of have to let go of things at times.
Niggas wanna be me. Here they walking empty shells. 9 shots like 50. Fuck you, nigga. We don't care.
Go! Okay, you guys ready?
Sit there and basically you're just like a kid imagining, okay, what would this look like? Well, my actual like favorite just part of the filmmaking is you just have these moments when you're filming or when you, as a director, a cinematographer, maybe with the audio, and you'll know when you got the shot. There's just this moment and you know it, you can hear it, you can see it, and you just know, and it is the best feeling. You get butterflies, you're like, I know I got that shot, and I just know that it's gonna look so good in the final product. So the first thing that I would say to a high school student that is essentially thinking about pursuing a career in film, video production, anything involving a camera or audio, anything, because there's so many different jobs, editing, is the first thing that the advice I would give, and that I wish I gave myself, is I wish that I would have slowed down. I think everybody is in such a rush to figure out what they want to do with any job, but in film, you can slow down is going to actually make you progress farther. But everybody's on their own
I know that this doesn't make any sense.
And I think
But
that
I
if
need you
just
to trust
slow
me.
down and it's
No, this isn't physical.
Or what should I do next? Take your time deciding.
deeper than
Take
that.
your time deciding.
I'm out here in the middle of nowhere because of you and your
always be
feelings.
constantly learning and always constantly trying new things in the film industry because you don't know what you're gonna like. Because I thought in the very beginning I was gonna do action sports for the rest of my life. Then that changed, that I was gonna do commercial for the rest of my life. Then that changed, that I was gonna do films for the rest of my life. And now look, I'm doing music videos and commercial. The music videos is more my passion. And I finally found that. So it took a very long time. To motivate them though, I think, if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know. I think that film,
Western
like I
lens.
said, is very rewarding. If you are a creative person and you think visually and you have just such an open imagination and you love working with other people and creating these moments I was telling you about, I think it's the perfect job for you. I think that, you can also, the thing that a lot of people push is that it also can just be a hobby. And I think that that's not talked about enough. It can be a hobby. If you don't want it to be your career, still do it. There's so many ways to still do film, be a photographer, be, an editor, things like that, part-time, full-time, whatever you want it to be. But it does take a lot of time. So that's what I'd say is like, if you're gonna go for it, I think you should fully go for it. I think that's like all you should think about day in, day out. Film, editing, whatever it is, all day, every day, and just be obsessive, so.